नमस्ते बिटिया, खुश रहो बिटिया। Myself JVL Dr. Ritu Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Gynae of Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. Today my session is umbilical cord. The umbilical cord. The umbilical cord are funis form the connective link between the fetus and the placenta, through which the fetal blood flow to and from the placenta. It extends from the fetal umbilicus to the fetal surface of the placenta. Development. The umbilical cord is developed from the connective tissue stalk or body stalk, which is a band of mesoblastic tissue stretching between the embryonic disc and the chorion. Development. Initially, it is attached to the caudal end of embryonic disc, but as a result of cephalocaudal folding of the embryo and simultaneous enlargement of the amniotic cavity, the amnioectodermal junction converges on the ventral aspect of the fetus. As the amniotic cavity enlarges out of proportions to the embryo and becomes distended with fluid, the embryo is carried more and more into the amniotic cavity with simultaneous elongation of the connective stall, the further the future umbilical cord. Structures. The constituents of the umbilical cord, when fully formed are as follows. First, covering epithelium. It is lined by a single layer of amniotic epithelium but show stratifications like that of fetal epidermis at term. Second is Wharton's jelly. It consists of elongated cells in a gelatinous fluid formed by mucoid degeneration of the extraembryonic mesodermal cells. It is rich in mucopolysaccharides and has got protective function to the umbilical vessels. Third, blood vessels. Initially, there are four vessels, two arteries and two veins. The arteries are derived from the internal iliac arteries of the fetus and carry the venous blood from the fetus to the placenta. Of the two umbilical veins, the right one disappears by fourth month, leaving behind one vein which carries oxygenated blood from the placenta to the fetus. The presence of a single umbilical artery is often associated with fetal congenital abnormalities. Fourth, the remnant of the umbilical vesicle, yolk sac, and its vitelline duct, remnant of yolk sac, may be found as a small yellow body near the attachment of the cord to the placenta, or on rare occasion the proximal part of the duct persists as Meckel's diverticulum 5 elang- elang- elancantosis. A blind tubular structure may be occasionally represents near the fetal end, which is continuous inside the fetus with its urencus and bladders. Obliterated extraembryonic coelom. In the early period, intraembryonic coelom is continuous with extraembryonic coelom along with herniation of coil of intestine, that is midgut. The condition may persist as congenital umbilical hernia or exomphalos. Characteristics: it is about 40 cm in length with a usual variation of 30 to 100 cm. Its diameter is average 1.5 cm with variation 1.1 to 2.5 cm. Its thickness is not uniform but presents knot or swelling at place. These swelling may be due to kinking of the umbilical vessels or local collections of Wharton's jelly. True knot 1% are rare. Long cord may form loop around the neck 20 to 30%. It shows a spiral twist from the left to right form from as early as 12 weeks due to spiral turn taken by the vessel. When around the arteries, the umbilical arteries do not passes an internal elastic lamina but have got well developed muscular cord. These help these help in effective sorry, these help in effective closure of the arteries due to reflex spasm soon after the birth of the baby. Both the arteries and the vein do not possess vasa vasorum. There are the 10-week embryo. First picture show and B is show cross section of term umbilical cord. There are two veins, one vein and two arteries. Attachment. The early period, the cord is attached to the ventral surface of the embryo close to the caudal extremity, but as the coelom closes and the yolk sac atrophies, the point of attachment is moved permanently to the center of the abdomen at 4 months. Unlike the fetal attachment, the placenta attachment is inconsistent. It usually attaches to the fetal surface of the placenta somewhere between the center and the edge of placenta called eccentric insertion. The attachment may be central, marginal, or even on the chorionic leaf at a varying distance away from the margin of the placenta called velamentous insertion. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.